जय गिरिवरधारी गोपीजनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदा यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदा यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to the program. So today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Jagad Sakshi Prabhu. Just like when Sindhuri Mataji's daughter Aishwarya got number 4 in National Spelling Bee competition, the North Carolina governor tweeted, the county, the school, and all of us, right, whoever knew her, in some way or other, we were very proud because of the connection with her. So I'm very proud here to say that I share a similar connection with Prabhuji. He's from the same temple as I am, so from the home temple. And when he had a lucrative business career in front of him, the beginning of his life, he gave up everything, like what we heard Goswamis have given up, and dedicated himself full time. So he did give up the business career of his father, but he did it for Krishna's sake. So we all know Kerala story, right? At least we have heard reviews. It's not a story, it's reality there. That's one state in India where Hindus are minority. Most of them are converted, but few who are remaining are very hardcore, impersonalistic philosophy. So it's, although you know, the first temple that was started almost in South India way back was Kerala temple, but hardly it was in a rented place for a very, very long time. So Prabhuji went there when he was 19 after, you know, taking full time, and after so much of efforts, he built a temple there, which I was fortunate to visit recently. It's a wonderful temple. Not only that, 14 such small temples in and around ISKCON Trivandrum. And he's also having this Bhagavatamrita show in Janam TV for the past 10 years. And he's known for his Bhagavat Saptaha programs in Dubai, in Malaysia, and many different places. Also, he runs the Atma Plus charity, where medical aid, equipment, and ambulance services are provided, like time on a daily basis. So seeing his dedication, a 500-year-old temple was donated for ISKCON to take care. So Prabhuji is overseeing the temple, and also you know how the traditional temples have to be like a preaching center. So there is a preaching center and the temple going on simultaneously. So and much more to say. But we are very, very happy to welcome him, have his association in person. And yeah, so thank you all very much for joining here. Let's say 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. నారాయణం నమస్కృత్య నరం చైవ నరోత్తమం దేవీం సరస్వతిం వ్యాసం తతో జయముతిరయే. हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांत नमोस्तुते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. My humble pranams to all the assembled devotees. So today we will discuss from Bhagavad Gita some famous shlokas from Bhagavad Gita. Not audible. Hare Krishna. So we discuss from Bhagavad Gita. Can hear? Okay. Very low? Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, there is a very famous shloka in Bhagavad Gita. Uddharet atman atmanam avasadayet atmaivahi atmano bandhur atmanam ripuratmanah. Do we have Bhagavad Gita here? We have? Yeah. उद्धरेत आत्मनात्मानम् आत्मानामवसाधयेत् आत्मैव हि आत्मनो बन्धुर् आत्मानां रिपुरात्मनः. Somebody can read the translation louder. The translation. Chapter. Translation alone, somebody can read it loud.
One must deliver himself with the help of his mind and not recreate himself. The mind is the friend of the conditioned soul and his enemy as well.
Okay. So now, when you read Bhagavad Gita, when you read the shloka, we feel we are very far, we are away from the shloka. Why people don't take up Bhagavad Gita seriously? Because when they go through the verses, the first impression is, it has got nothing to do with me. You know, suddenly we open and read Bhagavad Gita. 3 modes of material nature. I don't even know what it is. Okay, just close it up. Many of the shlokas generally, at least initially, we feel it is irrelevant to me. Yes or no? Yeah. But then, every single verse is very much relevant to us, very much applicable to us. So let us keep the shloka away. How many of you have got this experience that you travel to a new place for the first time, you have never been there, and you are going for the first time to that particular place, and you feel that I know this place, I have been through this room, I have the experience of going through this. I have seen this room, the wall, the curtain. I have seen this particular person entering and talking to me. But you are traveling to that place for the first time in life. Anybody has got such experiences? How many of you? Does it work? Some. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay. How many of you got such kind of experiences? Yeah. You have never, those things are all modern, they just give you a name. Deja means what? What happened to him, So the scientist will give you, O2 plus A2 plus B2, so that's all. So what? You are going to the place for the first time in life, and you have never been there. But you know exactly the things happening right in front of you, right? How is that possible? How is that possible?
Reconnecting the existing dots.
Pardon?
Reconnecting the existing dots.
What are those dots?
Previous generations.
Means you have been to that place in previous janma? Okay, sometimes you sleep, it's kind of a drowsiness, you sleep in while traveling in the plane, car, bus, train, whatever it is, or some late afternoon in your house you sleep, your eyes are closed, you're sleeping, but you know exactly somebody entering, somebody sitting next to you is getting up, taking his luggage or talking, he wears a green color shirt, you know everything that happens around you, but your eyes are closed and you're sleeping. How many of you got this experience? Yeah. How is that possible? Some other dots? How is that possible? In fact, you know exactly what color dress, the eyes are shut. You know exactly what color dress they are wearing, everything. Bhagavad Gita and scripture says, our mind is something, we have never tapped that energy at all. This just use it for some basic things in life. But Bhagavad Gita says if you tap the energy of mind, it can do something very amazing. And the mind is connected to your consciousness, and the consciousness is connected to yourself. Let us take Brooklyn Bridge as an example. You all must have gone, seen everything. If you get time, you sit and do research how this Brooklyn Bridge, the first hanging bridge in the world, how it was built. It was built by an engineer. The father started it, but he went through some strange disease. I'm not getting into the story in detail. He dropped it. Then his son continued it, somewhere in 18th century. The son continued it, and he came across something. He was paralyzed, and he was on the wheelchair. He couldn't convey, he couldn't speak anything, but he had the burning desire that I should complete this bridge. In those days, not much engineering, not much educated people. He was like a vegetable on his wheelchair. But he had this burning desire. Then his wife understood that he wanted to complete this. This is not a normal construction. The first hanging bridge in the whole world. His wife was a simple peasant lady, farmer. She doesn't know anything about all these things. But every day she will sit with him. He used to transmit his feelings, his consciousness, and she completed that bridge. She doesn't know anything about all these things in 18th century. This human body, what we possess, is amazing. It has got unimaginable capacity, but we never use these things. Anybody been to, in South India, there is a beautiful place called Melkote. Anybody been there? One. A couple of years back, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj completed the book, journey, and the second part also. Yeah, Maharaj stayed in that village for nearly 6 to 8 months, and he completed that book. Heard about this place, Melkote? No? Very close to Mysore. How many of you have been there? I think this is not working, right? It's working? You can hear? Oh, is it? Is it clear? You can hear? Okay. What is 17 multiplied by 16? Okay. So how many of you have been to Melkote? Only one or two. It is amazing. If you go to Melkote, there is a pond called Akka Thanga Kulam. Sister's Pond. Just next to it. One foot wall is separating these two ponds. Nothing great. And one is pure water and another contains a dirty water. This is a real thing happened, in about a century back, not much, less than 100 years. There were two sisters and they were Devadasis. I don't know you know about this. In olden days in India, they had this Dasi system. These ladies will go to rich men's house, they dance and do things, and they live by that, Devadasis, Dasi system. So these two sisters, gradually they became old, and they felt, we have led such a sinful life. We wanted to purify ourselves and atone for these mistakes, do something, and they went to Melkote. So the Brahmanas, the sages, some Sattvic people said, if you want to purify yourselves, you please dig some pond here, because this place is up in the hill. There is no drinking water facility. So many pilgrims come to this temple and they don't get water to drink. If you want to do something good, you make ponds. And both the sisters started, spending money, having people, and they were digging ponds next to each other. And the elder one, she did it out of so much faith. This is a great chance for me to atone my sins. Let me dig this. People will get benefited. With so much of faith, she started, spending money and doing the thing. The younger one, she didn't have faith so much. She thought, okay, after digging the pond and all my sins are I'm going to atone, who believes this, She did faithlessly. Both the ponds got completed and water oozed from the same source. But it was a miracle. One pond, it turned to be such pure water. The another one was completely contaminated, not usable. So even today the villagers, including the temple authorities, they use only one pond. The other pond is useless. It's a miracle. Anybody can go and watch this literally. One is very clean, crystal clear water. Another is like filled with all the molasses because nobody touches it. You know, the consciousness has got direct connection with our actions. And mind is related to that. Our thoughts has got some weight. You know, whatever we think every day, day and night, the thoughts which is going on does have got weight. When you are in misery, in sorrow, in pain, the thoughts are very heavy. That's why we feel drowsy. You won't be able to carry yourself. When you are happy, like a small kid, comes back from the school and he gets all the mark, 100%. How does he come back to house? Jumping, joyfully, screaming. Imagine he couldn't score properly. He failed in his exam. How does he come back home? So what happened? Nothing. How much you scored? So in life also, if you have these kind of painful thoughts, imagine you are walking, without any bags and you are carrying some 20 kilo bag and walking. In which journey you will be able to cover more distance? Without bagless, luggageless. In the same way, when life, it has got, all pleasant thoughts, the journey of life will be further. So this mind is something very, very important. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, if you make your mind the best friend, life becomes very easy. Mind decides every step in our life. Imagine we are some 20-30 people in this room, and suddenly somebody barges in, a drunkard or someone, and he screams at all of us. Then he walks away, right? And we are disturbed. Oh, what has happened? Oh, we are all disturbed. And next day you see him on the street, your mind will remind you, he was the guy who was doing this nonsense yesterday. You see him after a month, the mind will tell you, you remember that last month this guy disturbed your program. Then you see him after a year, still your mind will remind you, you remember that happened that day? He was the guy. How many times did he scold you? Once. How many times your mind records things, repeats it, and puts you down? So who is your real enemy? Mind only. That fellow just walked off. But your mind, the psychology of mind as per Bhagavatam is doshaya drik. Mind sees only dosha. Good things it just forgets. Like we have a nice program. After the program, the host will give you ice cream. Do you? No? Only halwa? Okay, no problem. So Mataji gives you halwa, there is nice bhajan, there is a nice program, everything. After the program, you just get out of the hall, you trip and fall down. Then you go back home. Then people ask you, how was the program? What you will say? What you will say? You will forget about the halwa, you will forget about satsang, you will forget about music, you will forget everything. The mind will register only the negative things. And mind repeats, that guy scolded us only once. But mind easily registers the negative things. And mind will repeat it again and again and again, and it will always put us down. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, if you want to be successful in your life, learn the art of making your mind the best friend. You remember in those days we had this stone slate in schools and all. You remember that? Yeah. All over India you had? What do you call that? Slate only, that stone slate and that pencil. Chalk piece. Yeah, it easily breaks. The slate also breaks, this also breaks, So two kids going to Gurukul. Both of them had these pencils. One day both broke. So the first kid started crying, my pencil broke. My mama will scold me, she started crying. The second boy is jumping and dancing. Is like, my one pencil broke and became two, one broke and became two. He was jumping and dancing. Yeah, who are we in life? The first kid or the second kid? Who are we in the life? Complaints after everything. It happens in all the families. There's a nice thing, So the husband in the family is kind of little careless. Head of the... Why everybody is laughing? I'm talking about some family. Yeah. So the man is little careless. He always drops things, at home. He drops this, drops that, and sometimes something breaks and all. Then the Mataji will start. You broke it? You break everything in the house. And one day you're going to break the house also. I don't know how I am going to live with you. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Unfortunately, one day, she turned and her hand hit and something fell down and broke. Immediately she said, who kept it here? I told 100 times not to keep this here. Yes or no? Yeah. The mind can see only fault in others. Does this happen in your house? Every house. Mind can see only fault in others. It can never see its own fault. But what is the difference between us and acharyas? Even though they have not done something wrong, they immediately, voluntarily accept it. This is my mistake. But we, purposely, if we have done something wrong also, still we will not accept it. So these are all the psychology of mind. When Prabhupada was there, one disciple went and said, Prabhupada's too tough. I'm not able to manage. I want to divorce my wife. Prabhupada became very sober, silent, and Prabhupada said, okay. This became a talk. Because Prabhupada in his books, he has written, no divorce. As per Veda, divorce is not accepted, right? Can you, in any Indian language, tell me the equivalent word for divorce? Indian, in English you have the word. In Indian language, what do you say for divorce in Hindi? Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Huh? That's a coined word. Okay, what do you say in Hindi for marriage? Okay, Telugu, what do you say for marriage? So, vivaha, that's a proper word. For food, bhojana. For dal, pappu. For curd, for divorce, vida. Okay. Actually, there is no word for divorce because scriptures doesn't allow divorce. In Tamil, yeah, it's a coined word. What I'm trying to say is, there is nothing called divorce. It is government planned. Imagine you don't like your father. Can you divorce your father? If tomorrow government permits, there will be people for doing that also. Right? I don't like my mother, I don't like my brother, I don't like my sister. Okay, divorce everybody. Government has permitted only between husband and wife. So people are doing. There is nothing like that. Once you get it, according to your karma, we just have to go through it. That's all. Suppose, a couple gets a handicapped baby. Will they go and throw the baby, discard the baby? They just tolerate it, I tried so many packs, trying to be little fair. All my money is gone, nothing. Whatever is written on your head, that's it. Right? So, the mind, it will never register it. It will never accept complaints. It will try to find doshayadrik, always fault with others. So this man went to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, I can't take it, too much. It's enough. I want to break my family, I want to divorce. Prabhupada said, okay. Prabhupada kept quiet for a long time and Prabhupada said, okay. That news spread like a wildfire. There was commotion. Everybody is talking. Prabhupada gave permission. Prabhupada gave permission. And some of them were internally very happy also. I can go in the line, same track. Some of them were happy. Then the news created a big halla gulla and the news reached some senior disciples. They went to Srila Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, you gave permission. This is going to be a big confusion in the society. So Prabhupada became very sober and he very calmly said, even if I say no, this guy is going to do that. Anyway, he has decided mentally. Even if I say no, he is going to do that, and I tell him no, and if he does it, he does the offense of divorce as well as going against the spiritual master's words. Just to protect him, I went against the scriptures. I am ready to take that sin. Prabhupada said, for that disciple's sake, I went against the scripture and I will take that sin. Let him be relieved. This mind is a very crazy thing. It will never admit its mistake. Always find fault with others. It will justify. In our life, we are always advocates, and in somebody else's life, we are always judges. We immediately become judge in others' life. Oh, that's not right. She should have not done that. But in our life, we keep, protecting ourselves and things like that. So, in 11th canto of Bhagavatam, there is a beautiful shloka. Na graha karma kalaha manaparam karanam amananti samsara chakram parivartayet yad. Hey Uddhava, you are the reason for all your pain and pleasure. Don't blame graha. Some people have got that tendency, especially some, my Shani, my Jupiter, my time is so bad. Don't blame the graha. Karma, kalaha, manaparam karanamamananti samsara chakram parivarte. You are the reason for your pain and pleasure. Your mind is the reason. I hope you all love ice creams. Yes or no? Yes. Yeah. Imagine we have given you ice creams now. And you are about to enjoy. The cup is so chill. And you are going to eat and the cup is sweating already. You take a scoop and put in your mouth. It just slips down your throat. You are about to enjoy the ice cream and suddenly your phone rings. You pick up the call and you get a very bad message. Some of your close friend, relative, somebody has met with an accident and they're hospitalized. Now will you enjoy the ice cream? No. Did the ice cream spoiled or something? The color turned? Where did the change took place? My mind. Mind decides at every step whether you should smile, cry, enjoy. And we have the craziest mind in this whole creation. The previous day night we went to sleep, we shook hands, we said hi, hello, everything was nice, the program was nice, blah, 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 blah. We went to sleep. And morning you woke up, your mind says, don't smile. Let him smile, then you smile. How many of you have got experience like this? Wow, no one. Everybody is from Vaikunta directly sitting over here. Yeah. The mind says, you don't wish first. Let him wish, then you do. Let him smile, then you do. Let him greet you, then you do. Yes or no? What is the reason? No reason only. Such a complicated thing. How many of you agree? Yeah. And there's a beautiful example in Upanishad that there was a prostitute in a country and the king chased her away. Olden days all these things happen. The king doesn't want the prostitute to live in his country, so he chased her away. So she left the country. She was feeling so bad. There is no shelter, no place, no home. So she was roaming around and she saw an yogi, a Mahatma. Every day morning he wakes up, at Brahma Muhurta, does all the tapas, yoga, puja, so many things. So she thought, let me stay next to him. I will learn some good things from him, whatever he is doing. I will repeat it. And in this way, I will purify myself, I will elevate. Was that a good thought? Yeah. The sage came and opened the door. And suddenly he found the prostitute is living next to him. He thought, what is this? Such a sinful lady coming and staying next to me. What society will speak about me? And she has done all kinds of abominable things in her entire life. Such a this thing. I don't want her to be here. So day by day, the prostitute developed nice, noble thoughts about the sage, and the sage developed bad idea about the prostitute. And the thoughts grew, developed, and one fine morning both of them died. Sage went to hell and the prostitute went to heaven. Ulta. Right? Then sage became very upset, caught Yamaraj by neck. In my entire life, I have chanted 16 rounds, I have got up for Mangalarti, I did this, I did that. I did this puja, that puja, everything. You brought me to hell. And look at her, she is in heaven. Then Yamaraj said, please see what is happening in earth now. Bhumi. So the sage saw. So his body, king and the ministers, citizens, public, they all came, glorified him, appreciated him. They built a beautiful marble, stunning samadhi for him. But her body, vultures and jackals were eating her body. So Yamaraj said, physically you did so nice, good things. Your body got a temple. Consciously you developed all nasty thoughts about that lady. Atma came to hell. Physically she did abominable things. Her body was eaten by vultures and jackals. But she developed nice thoughts. Her consciousness was clean. She went to heaven. So, the subtle body is more important than the gross body. We spend all the time rubbing and polishing and painting, right? We don't take care of the mind and consciousness. If you don't pay attention, automatically mind orients towards the negative thing only. It likes to discuss bad things. It likes to see bad things, negative things. It likes to enjoy negative things. I want an honest answer. How many of you feel uneasy when your friend or brother or relative very close to you, you have one house, he has bought 3 houses. You have one car, he has got multiple cars, collection of cars. He became super rich. How many of you will honestly feel a little prick in your heart? No one. Thank you very much. Do you feel? Thank you for being honest. Yeah, we feel little uneasiness, right? And at same time, if you get the news, you know that friend who made so much, there is a loss in his breastness. Appa, thank you very much. Internally, sometimes we enjoy others' failures. Yes or no? Yeah, we enjoy. Sometimes we don't admit it. We go for some wedding, Indian wedding, that big gala wedding, and you come to know so much of gold, so much of this, so much of that, and you're like, okay, maybe his father is a minister, all black money, or maybe like this, maybe like that. We pass all the comments and come back. You have been to that marriage. Then after 3 months you get and you know that couple broke. Really? Oh, wow. Thank you. Somewhere we all have the demon inside. There's a whole psychology of mind. Unless we pay attention and train our mind properly, gradually the consciousness will turn into animal's consciousness. Grabbing. Like I'll tell you the country Syria as an example. Syria. The majority is Muslims. I hope it is not recorded. The majority is Muslims. And very small percentage of Christians. So by 1960, 1970, the Muslims and Christians, they said, we are from the same root, bye-bye. Because they are all from the same history. They joined together and literally killed all the other races in Syria. If anybody else was there, either they were chased out or literally killed. Once that is over, the Muslims started killing the Christians. If you just go back to history, 10 years back, 12 years back in Syria, the church priests were, the skins of the priests were peeled when they are alive. Tortured them so much. And all the Christians ran away. Now in Syria, the two groups of Muslims are fighting each other and killing. The whole idea is the tendency to fight. That is all. So we all have the demon inside. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said a beautiful thing. One day he went to one of his ashram in Kolkata. So all the sannyasis, brahmacharis, they came and complained to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. We should immediately move this place, from this place. We don't want our ashram in this particular place. Then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur asked, why? What's the problem? The neighbor is creating such a big havoc. He's a big headache for us. Indian way of cleaning house. We clean and in the night we drop it across the compound wall and next day they will throw it this side. And it goes on forever. So we clean our ashram and this guy in the night he drops all the garbage inside our compound. Then we clean and he speaks nasty things about us. So all the brahmacharis and sannyasis complained to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, we should change our ashram, move to somewhere else. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave a beautiful answer. He said, I thank Krishna for having such a wonderful neighbor. Because of you, you are all united. Because of him, you are all united. What does that mean? What does that mean? You have a common enemy. That's why you are united. If that neighbor goes off, what will happen? You guys will be fighting within yourselves. So I am thankful to Krishna that such a common enemy is there, which is really true. The mind simply wants to pick up quarrel. And I am the boss. The mind doesn't accept mistakes. It always finds fault with others. People eat sometimes very nicely. They gain weight, put on weight. And they will say, my shirt became small. Yes or no? It is his shirt's mistake, not mine. It's his mistake. Right? Manaparam karanamamananti samsara chakram parivartaye. The mind is the cause. So we should know exactly what is happening at the time of death. That's a beautiful thing. How many of you have witnessed death in village back in India, countryside, village side? You have seen, Prabhu? Yeah. It's a beautiful thing at the time of death. You don't know, if there are dogs in the house, the dogs won't bark, they will howl. Anybody had witnessed? Prabhuji had witnessed? Yeah, in village, right? Yeah, you have seen that, right, Prabhu? Yeah. Anybody else experienced death in the village side, countryside? Yeah. The dogs will howl instead of barking. The cats will cry. If there is a calf tied in that house, the calf will break the rope and run away from that place. The birds will all fly from the, you won't see them around. Actually they see Yamadutas. Otherwise, how do the animals get that information? You may try to justify it scientifically with so many things. But the reality is, animals can sense the arrival of Yamaduta. One day we all have to meet him. Meet who? But he's very good, okay? He sends you 2 messengers before that. The first messenger is grey hair. How many have got the first messenger? Only 3. Yeah, the first messenger is grey hair. You can't paint and cheat Yamaraj and all, you will find out. The first messenger is grey hair, and the second messenger, Satasandhi Jarjaram. In Kulashekara Alvar, in Mukundamala Stotra, he prays, Satasandhi Jarjaram Mudha, Durmate, Kim Rasayanam Pibha. Oh fool, why are you drinking medicine? The second messenger had come. We have got Sata, means century, 100. We all have 100 joints in our body. At some point of your life, these joints will give you a slight pain. That is the second messenger of Yamaraj. How many of you got the second messenger? Okay, only 3. Yeah. So who's going to come next? I don't want to discourage you. So these are the 2 messengers, So then what happens? The animals can, how long we can go like this? Because tomorrow is working day, want to. No, working day, people have to go. 10-15 minutes? Yeah, Mataji didn't give you ice cream also. Okay, so the animals can feel the presence of Yamadutas, really. And the man who is going to leave his body, he can also see Yamadutas. So what happens if you are standing next to him, immediately the dying person will grab your hand. And he will hold you so tightly, you can feel the pressure and finger marks, the nail marks on you. He's so scared. Then the Yamadutas come and they have a special rope called a pasha. Pasha means attachment. In Tamil, pasa kairu. Pasha, Yama pasha. What do you say in Telugu, Prabhuji? Pasha, all language same only. Yeah, pasha means attachment. They will come and tie the soul with that particular, specialized rope. The more you are attached, the more painful the death will be. Some people, like when Prabhupada, somebody, the doctor, the Kaviraj, he came and asked, Abhay Babu, you have any desire? Prabhupada said, Kuch ichha nahi, 0 desire. How many of you want to go back to Goloka? Right. How many of you want to go back now? Now, immediately. Only 2, 3. Right? And they also have raised the hands because they know this is just a question answer. It's not reality. We will say all that I am a devotee, I want to go back and all. If Krishna really comes and are you ready? No, 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 I have to finish this, that thing, my job, my property, my children, right? So nobody is ready. And these people are scared. So Yamadutas throw that Yamapasha and snatch the soul. And generally, normally, unless he is a very elevated devotee, people are attached to so many things. People are attached to the valueless things in life. Buddha once said, you possess something and you have not used it for 6 months, that doesn't belong to you. How many of you possess things which you have not used for last 6 months? Yeah, so many clothes in the cupboard. And we are all in an illusion, one day I will become thin and I can wear that. It is there for last 20 years. You know, it doesn't belong to you. If you don't use it for 6 months, it doesn't belong to you. Right? And we are all, whatever, even sometimes, devotees are also attached to so many things. Right? Then the death will be painful. I'm talking about non-devotees, okay? The death will be painful. And you can literally see there will be a drop of blood on the 9 holes of the body. Bhagavatam says, Navadvare pure dehi. We have nine gates in our body. Eyes, nose, down, everything. So you can see a small, droplet somewhere at the mouth or eyes or something like that. That means the soul, prana, had gone through that hole. And whichever hole you are using the most in material world, life prana will go through that only. In Kali Yuga, 90% people's life will go through mouth only. Because some Matajis, they start talking at 4 o'clock in the morning. Till night 11 o'clock they keep talking. And in sleep also they talk. Yes or no? Some Prabhus also. So mostly, whatever hole you have used the most in this material world, prana goes through that. So you can see a small drop of blood. But if you are not going to take birth again, punarjanma, then the soul goes through. You all have a cap. It is called Brahmarandra, where hair doesn't grow on your head. What do you call it? Huh? What's that? I don't know what. A kind of thing. Chudi. Sudi. Okay, whatever. You all understood, right? Yeah. So that's a cap. That's a cap. It's called Brahmarandra. It opens and the soul goes. You can see that picture in Bhagavad Gita. One yogi sitting and the life air goes through the head like that. So that is, I'm talking about yogis. For them it will open and it will go. There is no punarjanma. But for people who leave their prana through one of the gates, they all have to take birth again. So these people will tie and snatch the soul, and they come in a beautiful vehicle, buffalo. And it is real. The court is in Yamaloka. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patal. The Patal, that's where the court and the judgment happens there. Not only in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Quran speaks about it, Bible speaks about the judgment day. All the religions in the world speak about this judgment day. And the soul is taken to the court, and for a person who had committed a less sin, it will take 11 days, and person who has done gross sins, it will take 16 days to reach that place. That those are the days the sons perform rites. You know that when fathers, forefathers, ancestors pass away, for 11 to 16 days, children will perform rites, But what happens, children are working somewhere else, they don't get 16 days leave. And if at all they leave the job and come back, and once they go back, we don't know what Trump will do, So, people don't want to take that risk. So what they do, they don't perform the 16 days rites. What happens? That falls on the children as a pitru dosha and the ancestors, because you have unqualified children. So Yamaraj has gotten as, am I boring you? Feeling sleepy? Yeah, they have their own program. Yeah. Where did I stop? Yeah, 16 days. Yamaraj has got an assistant. His name is Chitragupta. We all think there are so much secrets in my life and nobody is aware of it. Do you have secrets? No, be honest, no problem. We all have secrets. And we think, what I did last Friday, nobody is aware. Chitragupta, he records Gopya. Gupta means, Gopi means secret. He records every single secret and he has made a painting out of it. And he will tell Yamaraj, this is what this person had done, that person had done, everything. He is a banker. He has squeezed people with interest. Okay, take him to Suchimukha and swing him in the swing machine. So Bhagavatam speaks about 21, 24 chambers of Naraka, hell, and some other scripture says 27. Anyway, there is a slight difference in the numbers, but hell is there definitely, And many people say, no, it's all what a myth. It is not real because he's so scared to go there. That's why, So there are different kinds of punishment. And what happens? That's a beautiful thing. Once the judgment is over, you are given the third body. As per Bhagavad Gita, how many bodies we have? Gross body and subtle body. What happens at the time of death? Which one you leave? Gross you leave. But you still carry your subtle body, your minds and thought and ego, everything is with us. You get the third body. It is called Yathana Sharira. Yathana means pain. Like they will break the finger. The finger will not be broken. But you will experience that pain as if the finger is broken. Like in the government court, you shoot somebody, they give you capital punishment, they hang you. You murder a person, they hang you. You murder 18 people, will the government hang you 18 times? They can kill you. Either you kill one guy or 20 people, the punishment is same. But in Yama's place, it is not like that. They will hang you 18 times. Alright? So, the fingers will not be broken. But you will experience that pain if the finger... So, that body is only meant for experiencing pain. Like when we go to prison house, you get a uniform, and that goes on for unlimited time. Oh, this person has eaten so much of non-veg, certain kind of punishment. He is like this, sorry to discourage you, okay? Some of the smiles disappeared. But then, it is true. We have to go through that punishment, Then, the soul is transferred from Yama's place to another Aryama, that's a waiting place. While doing Havan, we chant all this mantra, Aryama, Yama, all that. That's a Pitraloka. We are in a queue. And we wait for the next body. We don't know. Human, animal, birds, whatever. According to your mistake, whatever mistakes we have done, there is a beautiful dress waiting for us. It can be a bat's body, jackal's body, dog's body, cockroach body. Then we will play cockroach romance, cockroach children, cockroach life. It goes on, So, when we wait in queue, it is a really restless thing. I don't know how many of you have that experience, but I always get that experience. Stand in a queue, all the other queue moves forward and my queue doesn't move at all. Anybody has got this experience? Yeah, I don't know what is that. In whatever line you stay, that queue is always there. All the other queue goes off, right? And even though we don't have anything great to do in this world, just by standing in queue, we become restless. Yes or no? Nothing great to achieve, right? But still we feel very restless standing in the queue. Imagine we will be in the queue for years together, waiting for a body. That too human body. Durlabham manava janma, very rare. அரிது அரிது மானுடனாய் பிறத்தல் அரிது அதிலும் கூன் குருடு செவிடின்றி பிறத்தல் அரிது. Getting a human body, so rare. At that time, a couple whose karma matches with mine, they come together and I enter her womb. That is why you can never repay the debts towards your parents. Pitru Kada, that debt can be never repaid. If at all somebody wants to repay the debt towards their parents, the only way to repay is to take them to holy places and facilitate them chanting at the end of their life. You know, in Ramayana, heard about Shravan Kumar, the blind, he was carrying his blind parents in a basket. People were laughing at him. What are you doing with them? They're blind. Why are you taking them to Kashi everywhere? What can they see? But it is a duty of the son, at the end, they have to take them to holy places so that memories will be with them, and when they leave their body, they go back to Godhead. They don't take birth. So after all this punishment in hell, we are transferred to that Aryama's Piturloka. We stand in queue for so much. And sometimes we go through Jalaja, Navalakshani, Stavarani, Lakshavimshati, reptiles and this and that, and roaming around. Finally, we get a human body and we enter mother's womb. Beautiful signs. There are 2 bags in mother's belly. One is a food bag, another is a baby bag. 2 bags. And both the bags are connected through that umbilical cord. And the food, liquid oxygen, everything goes through the tube to the baby. And what is mother doing? Hot pakoda, chilli pakoda, onion pakoda, and all that, that hot chilli onion she eats. Even you rub it on your skin, it burns, right? And she keeps eating, and they drink chai. You can't even hold the glass. It's so hot, boiling. They do all that. And the baby, it goes directly to the baby. And the baby is not able to tolerate. It keeps moving, inside. And mother says, oh, butterfly effect. He's biting me, he's stamping me, he's kicking me. Poor guy is suffering there. So all that happens there. Until the 5th month, baby is sleeping. And exactly at the 5th month, baby awakes. The consciousness awakes. And whatever the pregnant mother does, it directly influences the baby. From where Prahlad heard Bhagavat? From the womb of Kayatu, right? From where Abhimanyu heard about Chakravyuha? From the womb of Shubhadra. It is a proved theory. Even scientifically it's proved. The baby is awake from the month 5 till delivery. He absorbs everything the mother does. So the parents have to be very careful, because whatever they do will become the consciousness of the baby. And the boy becomes Bin Laden, don't beat him. Beat his parents actually. Because they gave the impression. They did all the nonsense. So that becomes, then the baby is there, completely surrounded by worms. Bhagavatam says they are the real brothers. Sahodara, Sahaudara. In Telugu you say that, Prabhu? For brother? Udara, Damodara. Udara means belly. Sahaudara, one who divided, shared the belly. My brother, Sahodara, Sahodari. The real brother are the worms. And they keep biting him. And at the end of 5th month, he says, Bhagavan, this is my last life. I will get out. I will pray you, worship you, serve you. I will not. I have done these mistakes in millions of lifetimes, but this is my last life. Krishna, I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. Then he comes out. Happy birthday to you. Then you go and tell him, please chant Hare Krishna. Who is God? Do you have proof? Have you seen God? Finished. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jadari shayanam, iti samsara vimochana margam, bhaja govindam, govindam bhaja mudamate. Goes on and on and on. So it's a greatest responsibility to correct our mind and consciousness, or else the story will repeat again. Like yesterday we were discussing, now Navaratri is going on, right? In South they observe this Varalakshmi Puja, Varalakshmi. In North India they do that Karwa Chauth, they see the moon and things like that, What is the whole purpose of Varalakshmi Puja? Oh Durga, please give me the same husband for next 5 janmas. Many of them don't know the meaning. If they know, they will stop the puja. Right? So how many Matajis want the same husband for next 5 lifetime? Nobody is raising the hand. Not a single person. And Prabhujis I don't have to ask because I know the answer. So unless we correct ourselves, make our consciousness pure, be mind pure, everything, we fail, then again repeated birth and death. That's why this program is very, very important. Some chance where we can connect to the reality and try to practice. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any question, comments? Yeah, Mataji. Yeah. So mantra, trayate iti manaha. Anybody got japamalas? Yeah, Prabhu. Mala alone. Give me a mala. So mantra. Man mane mind. Tra means trayate. Trananam. Trayate means you pull that mind from a lower consciousness, lower thought process to the higher thought process. So the whole exercise is called mantra, and we have these 5 fingers, right? Then we have japamala. So this small finger denotes siddhi. Siddhi means superhuman power. In 1982, when Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister of India, Swami Haridas Giri walked on Ganga and showed a feat. Back in India, sadhus, some of them float in the sky, walk on the water. There are still people doing that. So if you use this finger, you get siddhi. If you use this finger, you get money, wealth. That's why we use gold in this finger, This finger denotes wealth. Put all the gold, jewelry. This finger denotes siddhi. And this finger makes you name, fame, glory, gives you name, fame, make you popular, famous. This is a fault-finding finger. Listen to me. I am the boss. You go to India, you can see all the politicians standing like that. I am the boss. That's why when yogis meditate, they fold this finger. That's how they meditate. They fold. And have you seen Durga's deity and all, Devi standing, this folded finger. So for the noble things, they don't use this finger. Even Brahmanas, when they do havan, they do like this. They don't use this finger because this is a fault-finding finger. I am the boss, listen to me and all. So we take mala in the other 3 fingers, and every mantra should be meditated deeply. Sometimes, we chant, and on the other hand, we do something, play, talk, What happens, human body has the tendency to synchronize with matter. For example, if somebody is working in a machine for quite a few time, his body just gets used to the machine. He may be talking here and he will be doing. You have seen people so expert they are. They will be talking, doing something and all, like you drive a car. Right? Suddenly somebody jumps in. Automatically you push the brake. It is not like that. Your mind tells you, oh, that 13-year-old boy is jumping in. I'm going in 70 miles per hour. If I don't apply the brake, it will hit him. Do you think all that thing, and or automatically you press? The body just gets synchronized. What happens in japa? Your hands get synchronized with mala. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, children are making too much noise. Yeah, why is like? But the beats are moving around. It's going. It happens. It really happens. Then you find, wow, my japa is over. I didn't chant only. The mind gets synchronized with the beats and automatically it goes off. That's why we should pay attention. Every japa should be done in a meditative way as far as possible. Then slowly mind comes out of the thing. Otherwise it will take its own sweet time. Yeah. Thank you. Prabhuji's mala is too really big devotee, Prabhu. Long mala. Yeah. So anything else? Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki. Yeah. Yeah. Very difficult. Yeah. It has to be very awake. So bhava is nothing but your conditioning. Imagine I go to office every day wearing a wristwatch, and one day I forget to wear, but still I'll be lifting my empty hand. Oh, what's the time? You are conditioned to that. So some things we are conditioned for lifetime. So that has become my swabhava. It is very difficult to come out unless I want to do it. You see, you are going to temple, right? You will park your car in a same spot only. You will leave your shoes at a particular spot in the rack that will be fixed. Even though that whole place is empty, you will go to that particular spot. The dogs will go to a particular spot and pass urine. We all get conditioned. There may be 20 shirts, but some Prabhus will wear the same shirt again and again. Yes or no? So we are conditioned to so many aspects. This is all swabhava. Now, if you want to change, you have to put a voluntary effect. It won't change by itself. Conscious effect. That's why Krishna says, give your mind and consciousness to me. Give your mind and pay attention. Do that. Consciously we have to change. Still mind will go back, but it takes time. It is like the rubber band. As long as it got the elasticity, you pull, it will go back to the previous position. But when you keep doing, stretching it, then it will lose the elasticity. So that's what we have to do with the mind. Yeah. Yes, Mataji. We don't have to do any extra effort, just the holy names. Because out of all the senses in the body, the first sense to work and the weakest sense is ear. Imagine I show you a picture. There's a movie going on, no sound. There is no sound. You see a movie. One man is killing one lady and the lady is falling down. You have visualize a picture, no sound. Now you are entering a second movie, there is no picture, only sound. The guy comes, I'm going to poke you, kill you, and she's, scream. Which one has got real impression on you? The visuals or the sound? Sound. The weakest sense is ear. The first sense to work in the body is ear. Sound is very powerful. So in Kali Yuga, Krishna also came through sound. More than his deity form, temple form, deity form. Krishna also opted sound form. So regularly passing that sound in the ear, that's the best way. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Mataji. Jai. Yeah.
We cannot keep mind does not stay on the it comes and when we hear in detail then it will go into it and it's sometimes asking when I
Yeah.
then it thinks about, yeah, it ran this way, like that, like crawling, or he walked. So it gave me this kind of question also. And is that mine, or how to?
That's okay. We get so many, sometimes what you say, mind creates a visualizing image of different Leela and all. Nothing wrong in it. As long as we don't deviate from scriptures. There is one temple, one devotee was writing Bhagavatam. And when he was writing, he wrote Damodar Leela. Then he wrote, Krishna, Yashoda Maya put him down the lap and Krishna became so angry. Then he took his flute and broke the pot. Then evening he went and read Vyasa Bhagavatam, in Bhagavatam of Vyasadev. It is mentioned Krishna took a throne and stone and broke the pot. Then this devotee felt so bad. Oh my dear Lord, I have wrote something wrong, but Vyasji has written like that. I am very sorry. Then Krishna from the temple said, don't worry my dear devotee, you keep writing. Sometimes I use flute, sometimes I use stone, no problem, you keep writing. So all this, that is all okay. Yeah. But as far as attention goes, mind can pay attention, because once upon a time we all have watched movies in cinema theaters, yes or no? Sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours, right? Full focus. If somebody disturbs also, and we want to know exactly what happened in between. Even we won't miss a minute. Have you ever thought, I'm not able to focus in the movie. What is this? Let me take a walk and come back. Has it ever happened in life? So that means we are able to focus, right? Because that ruchi, that taste is there. In japa, we have not developed that much taste. We are doing it because we know this is a good thing to do, right? Once we develop ruchi, taste like that, then that's what Haridas Thakur and all. They don't feel like keeping the mala away, chanting 192 rounds. How do we chant? Is it over? Is it over? 16 rounds over. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. It's a big task for us. Also like to thank Prabhuji is leaving, going back all the way to New Jersey. Krishna Naman, the Prabhu, taken pain to be with, through the programs for last 1 or 2 weeks, took off. So thank you so much, Prabhu, for all the sacrifice. Hare Krishna. So we chant Hare Krishna for Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you so much. Yeah. 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 No. There is no dead end. Yes. Training should be continuous. Like the doctors, you see, any doctors here? No doctors? They always use this term, what are you doing? I'm practicing for last 30. They're always practicing only. They never become perfect. Practicing for 35 years. The advocates say, I'm practicing for last 20 years. They never claim, right? In the same way, mind also, we have to keep practicing. So the mind will go from different stages, then bhava, then prema. When it goes to those levels, then we will be entering the spiritual planet. And there, this mind won't be there. Yeah. Anyway, it's not explained. Only these 4 fingers are explained. It's not explained. The middle one? Yeah, name, fame, glory. Siddhi, wealth, name, fame, glory, and this is offensive, fault finding. Hare Krishna.
Jagad Sakshi Prabhu ki.